So how do you go from $100 per day on ad spend up to $1,000 per day on ad spend and basically scale up to $1,000 paydays with Facebook ads? What's going on, my friend? My name is Eric Ellis, CEO of WolvesAcademy.com, the Wolf Marketing. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and basically give you guys two simple methods of how you guys can scale your Facebook advertisement campaign. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to know what your KPI is. What is your desired KPI? What is your desired cost per lead? What is your desired cost per purchase? Whatever your metric is, whatever your ending goal is, identify what that number is. So if I'm selling an affiliate product and it's a $60 product and they're paying a 75% commission, that means I'm trying to get purchases below $45, because if I get below $45 and I tap into upsells, I'll be running a profitable campaign. So anything below $45 is going to be in KPI. It's going to be a profitable campaign. So if I am doing my budget at the ad set level, the first method that we're going to be talking about today is horizontal scaling. So horizontal scaling is basically increasing your budget of a profitable campaign or a campaign within KPIs anywhere from 10 to 30% per day. So for example, if let's just say I am running a campaign and I have an ad set, and within that ad set, I'm spending $50 per day and I've got 2 purchases, that means I'm getting purchases at $25 per purchase. But that is an ad set that is within my KPIs and is a profitable ad set. So I want to start increasing the budget incrementally. So for example, if I was to increase it by 20%, today I'm spending $50 on it. I'm gonna go ahead and increase it by 20%, and the next day I'm gonna spend $60 on it. And then I might go ahead and increase it by, let's just say, 25% the next day, which would be an additional $15. So it'll go from $60 that day if it's still within KPIs, and increase it up to $75. So basically, any ad sets that are not within KPIs, I'm going to kill those ad sets. Any ad sets that are within KPIs, I'm going to increase them from 10 to 30% per day. Now, you don't want to double your ad set budget. You don't want to do anything along those lines. If you go ahead and increase it too fast, you're going to go ahead and mess up the whole algorithm, and you're just going to mess up your whole ad, and then it's probably not going to go into profit. Right? Now, one thing you can do is, let's just say you start scaling up and then it falls outside of KPI. You can then go ahead and actually scale down and decrease your budget from $60 to $50 or whatever it is, and see if you can kind of get within KPIs again. If you're losing money, kill the ad set. If you're making money, scale it 10 to 30% per day, whether it's an ad set or at a campaign level if you're doing CPO optimization. The second method that we're going to talk about is horizontal scaling. So what is horizontal scaling? Horizontal scaling is basically when you are duplicating ad sets at either the same budget or even increasing the budget. So same example, if I have an ad set that is spending $50 per day and I've got 2 purchases and my desired KPI is $45, that means I'm getting purchased at $25. This is a winning ad set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that ad set, and then I'm going to have 2 ad sets at $50, and I'm going to have basically $100 per day ad spend. It literally, by duplicating it one time, I just doubled my ad set. And then let's just say one way that you can scale really fast, depending on what your budget is and how much money you have set aside, if let's just say you have thousands of dollars set aside, then what you can do is you can go ahead and duplicate a winning ad set 2 to 3 times. And you don't have to do the same actual ad budget. You can go ahead and increase it by, you can either double it, or you can even triple it, or you can even quadruple it, depending on what your budget can handle. If it's a winning ad set or a winning audience, if you've gotten 2 or more purchases within KPI, then most likely it is a winning ad set, and you're going to be able to scale pretty fast. For example, if I was to go ahead and have something within KPIs and duplicate it, but increase the budget on those 2 new audiences to $100 each, I just went from $50 per day ad spend to $250 per day ad spend. And if the duplicates that you have are outside of KPIs, you just follow the rules. Go ahead and kill the ad sets. And if they are within KPIs, then you can go ahead the following day, you can go ahead and actually duplicate those. But aside from duplicating those, you can also vertically scale those. So for example, let's just say I was to go ahead and be spending $50 per day. I duplicate it because it's within KPIs. Now I'm spending $100 per day. If they're both still within KPIs and my budget can't handle me horizontal scaling anymore, I could still increase those both by 20%, which would basically make both those ad sets 60, and then I can increase my ad spend to $120 per day. So I'm gonna vertically scale. I'm gonna be horizontally scaling by duplicating ad sets or duplicating campaigns if you're doing CBO, and I'm gonna be vertically scaling them as well. Now the cool thing about horizontal scaling in comparison to vertically scaling is if you are only scaling one audience or one campaign with vertical scaling, and let's just say you get up to 300 per day ad spend, but it starts falling outside of KPI, the whole campaign or the whole ad set's gonna fall outside of KPI, you're gonna have to scale it down, right? But basically, if you have 6 different audiences or 6 different campaigns at $50 per day, and only one of them fall out of KPI, instead of you basically cutting it off and starting from square one, you literally have 5 that are still within 5 that are still within profit. So it's kind of like mitigating your risk. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Basically, long story short, vertically scaling is 10 to 30% per day. Horizontal scaling is duplicating ad sets. And then all you have to do is literally just look at your data. Is it within KPI? If it's within KPI, you continue to scale. If it's outside of KPI, you kill the ad set or the campaign.
All right, so to give you guys a visual representation, and this wasn't planned, but I just thought, okay, I have a new campaign and I started doing horizontal scaling. So let me go ahead and actually show you guys. But basically, we've spent $314 so far. We've made $517 in revenue. But if we look here, we have the purchase conversions campaign, the lead conversions 1, and then the checkout conversions 1. So this was the original campaign. It was 3 different campaigns. So I'm doing CBO. Now guys, whether you guys were doing this method for campaigns or whether you're doing this for ad sets, it is the same, right? Whether you're duplicating campaigns or duplicating ad sets, it is the same. So in this case, I am currently spending on these campaigns, if we look, $50, $50, and these July 20th to July 22nd has been 3 days. I already started vertically scaling the checkout conversions 1 because I literally got 2 purchases pretty early on. And basically, because I have 2 purchases, I decided to start vertically scaling it. So I increased the budget by 20%. If we look here, I'm within KPIs here, so 2 purchases, and we're at $52.37. So my ideal cost per purchase is $60. So this purchase conversion was within KPI, and the checkout conversion is a little bit above KPI, but when I actually duplicated it, it was within KPI. It was at like $58 cost per purchase. So I decided to duplicate the purchase conversions campaign and the checkout conversions campaign, and I duplicated them, but I actually changed the checkout conversions campaign when I duplicated it. If you guys have seen it, this one says checkout conversions number 3 because I duplicated it already before and made it a number 2, but that one wasn't within KPI, so I killed it, and then I duplicated it again for the 3rd time, right? And this one's actually $6.97. That's within KPIs for my checkout conversions. And the one that I just duplicated, purchase conversions campaign, has already gotten a unique purchase at $12.89. So that's the power of duplicating these ad sets. Now what I'm going to do, if this gets another purchase, I'm also going to go ahead and start vertically scaling this one. So this one's $50 per day. I'll go ahead and increase the budget to $60 per day. Now, additionally, this isn't what this training is about, but I want to go ahead and show you guys. this one is outside of KPI. So yes, I have a purchase, but it's $108.99 cost per purchase. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn off this campaign. Now, before I turn off this campaign, I'm going to go ahead and actually give it another go. So I'm going to go ahead and give it the opportunity to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off. The one that's outside of KPI is $108 per purchase. And if you guys look here, right, the whole goal is just to continue to start duplicating these ad sets out and keep them within KPIs. Kill the ones that aren't doing well and start horizontally scaling the ones that are doing well. And even if I horizontally scale them, I'm going to also vertically scale them. So this one, we're going to go ahead and give it another shot. I'm going to go to my actual ad sets within this campaign, and we're going to go ahead and turn those back on because I want to start it from complete scratch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and basically review and publish. So as stated before, guys, we had 2 within KPIs. We had 1 outside of KPI. The one that we had outside of KPI, we killed it. The one that we had within KPI, we duplicated the ad set twice, and we also started vertically scaling. So once we increased the budget to 60. Now the purchase conversions campaign, this one has 2. So I could actually increase this one to 60 as well. So we're gonna start vertically scaling this one. And yeah, guys, this is basically how you do horizontal and vertically scaling.
So thank you so much for watching that. Hopefully you guys gained value from that. If you want to go ahead and actually work with me and learn how to actually apply these Facebook advertisement campaigns to a product that is proven to convert, go ahead and click the first link in the description. You guys can actually get access to my affiliate program, the same product that I'm actually promoting in this case study to generate $300 paydays with less than an hour's worth of work. Click the first link in the description. Aside from that, if you guys want to go ahead and actually join the family and get access to videos like this in the future, hit the subscribers button and hit the notifications bell to get notified every time I drop some new heat. Last but not least, go ahead and smash that like button to show some love. And until next time, Eric LSD Wolf of Marketing checking out.